So now that we got all that icky stuff out of the way, because I know you were dying and concerned about that, let's talk about three types of coaches. Now, everybody joins this business at a different time in their life. Maybe you'll transition a little bit further. Maybe, you sit in one of these areas for a long time, but everybody has something different. So at the end of this video, I want you to comment below and tell me what type of coach you would be, whichever one of these three fits you best. So number one is a discount coach. And basically this just means that this person signed up as a loyalty program to receive a discount. You see loyalty programs all the time, right? Where there's maybe a monthly fee or a yearly fee and you get a discount if you're buying something all the time. So say Jane bought, Insanity, and she's done Insanity Max, and now maybe wants to move on to try the 21-day fix extreme. And at that point, you're kind of like, okay, well, are you drinking Shakeology as well? Well, yeah, I drink Shakeology every day, and I have been for the last 6 months. Okay, great. So let's sign you up as a Shakeology discount coach. You're going to receive 25% off, and off of every single purchase that you ever make. How cool is that, right? I mean, it saves about $25 in Shakeology alone. So it's a no-brainer, really. If you're a person that loves the products, uses them religiously, discount coaching is probably your type. Number two is a part-time coach. This is how I started, actually. I was a little bit, I really loved the program. So I was kind of like a discount coach. I was loving Shakeology, but I could not afford it whatsoever. But in the back of my mind, not being able to afford something also gave me this idea like, hey, maybe I'm going to try this for a little while and I'm going to do maybe 1 or 2 hours a day, maybe less, and see where it takes me. I was working full time. I was a mom. I had a 9-month-old at home. And so I literally was a part-time coach. I worked about an hour, sometimes 2 hours every night. I was religious about it. And then sometimes on the weekends. And that was where I just needed something that was going to give us extra cash. I wanted that discount on Shakeology, so I was kind of like a discount coach. But in the same time, I needed to do something like really work this business and learn about it and train on it and give it my all for an hour a day because we were so far in debt. I needed to help pay that debt. I needed to help pay for some of the groceries. Our jobs, our full-time jobs were not all that great. I just needed a little bit something more that was going to give me an extra paycheck, essentially. And it didn't have to be much. It could be $50, $100 a week. But you know what? That $50 to $100 a week was huge. So that is what a part-time coach is. You commit to working the business, you commit to challenge groups, but you only do it part-time and you do it as your time feels. And you're still working your full-time job, or maybe you're just a stay-at-home mom that just wants to work this part-time. It doesn't matter. You just want to focus on making a little bit extra cash for you and for your family. Number three is now the full-time coach. That part-time gig that signed me up 4 years ago is now my full-time job. This is what I do every day. I left my job a couple years ago and I stay home. My kids are now in school full time, so I set my own hours. And now this does not mean that I work 8 to 5 because let's be real, I left my job so that I didn't have to be glued to a computer from 8 to 5. I set my own hours. I do it whenever I feel like. If I want to sleep in a day, great, I'll sleep in. If I want to work early in the morning and take a nap in the afternoon or go shopping or take off out of town, I can do it. But it's my full-time job. This is my commitment. This is my focus. This is my full-time income. So I have to treat this like a 100% business. Now, I want to go back and tell you a little bit about the discount coaching because in the discount coaching, you may stay as a discount coach for years, and that's totally fine. You're using Shakeology every day, great, go for it. But you also might find that as you go along, somebody might ask you, hey, what is that stuff you're drinking on, for your snack at lunch? Oh, it's my Shakeology. Do you want me to make you one? And maybe that person enjoyed it and you shared it with them. So now if they want to order, you have a direct link. You're not really working the business by any means, but you have an opportunity to say, hey, here you go. Why don't you use my link? It'll help me out. I'll get a little bit of a commission, and I'll help you out. I'll get you started, share some recipes with you. You didn't have to work anything, but somebody saw and you shared what you love, right? So then in that, you may see, okay, maybe your circumstances change. Maybe your spouse gets laid off. Maybe you get laid off. Maybe you have an illness in the family that you need to help take care of. Now you're thinking, you know what? Now I need a little bit extra cash. So I'm going to take this thing that I've just been getting the discount and I'm going to learn more about it. So you join one of our training groups, you get started, you do this part-time gig, maybe you go full throttle and you jump right into a full-time. Just because you sign up as a discount coach does not mean that you have to stay there. And just because you sign up as a full-time or a part-time coach does not mean that things in your life won't change and you need to maybe back off a little bit. That's the beauty of this. Everybody has their own hours. Everybody has their own plan and their own agenda. Only you can decide and tell me what type you are right at this moment and if you foresee yourself maybe wanting to do a little bit more in the future. So I hope if you have any questions, please comment below. I'm happy to help you out. And if not, I will talk to you tomorrow.